The following is a station editorial.
This is Holland Redfield. The phrase, let's keep hope alive, would be an understatement when it comes to the utility rates we've all been suffering and enduring in the Virgin Islands. In the name of heaven, some relief is in sight. Yes, you'll be seeing an 18% reduction in your October billing. Wow! Let me remind you, the difference between the LEAC and the base rate is about a 4-to-1 ratio. As an example, if your WAPA bill was $500, your LEAC would be $400, and your base rate would be $100. With a 21.5% decrease in your LEAC, you would realize a savings of $86 on your LEAC, leaving a gross bill of $414 or an 18% overall drop, or to most, not even a drop in the bucket. Clearly, this is still unacceptable. However, it is a move in the right direction. We stick firmly to our position that it is incumbent upon the Public Service Commission to immediately grant the utility the authority to adjust its LEAC on a 30-day basis, thereby affording the ratepayer immediate relief. We also stick firmly to our position that the delinquent $48 million owed to Hovensa was a result of poor regulatory policy on the part of the Public Service Commission, as well as fiscal mismanagement on the part of the central government and its independent instrumentalities. Clearly, the government not paying its bills on time compounded this problem. Clearly, when the hospitals became semi-autonomous, the central government should have immediately paid the WAPA bills. Unfortunately, each hospital's arrearages, which were multi-millions of dollars. Clearly, when Public Works transferred the maintenance and upkeep of the water distribution system and the streetlights to WAPA with no reliable funding sources, once again, this took a bad situation and made it worse. So we say to the central government, yes, you've guaranteed a line of credit to WAPA, but there is no question in our mind that the central government has a moral obligation to step in and repay this loan out of the general fund, not WAPA, who had nothing to do with the central government's creating this debacle in the first place. As painful as it may be, we're now going to look at the long-term solutions, specifically addressing the issue of any expectations of substantial decreases in your overall WAPA rates. Realistically, you are not going to see any major decreases for the next 3 to 5 years. It is within this time frame we will have to make changes from fossil fuels to alternative energy sources. What you're going to see is a continuation of our historically high rates. In that light, with this dire and realistic forecast, whatever way you look at it, the government of the Virgin Islands is going to have to put in place some sort of a subsidy. The government is going to have to come to the realization that this issue is so serious that it has the potential of wiping out 20 to 30% of our tax base. And the government is going to have to look at those on fixed incomes and try to throw some sort of a lifeline to them. Let there be no mistake, if the government does not protect this economy, the social and political and economic consequences will be devastating.
Please email your comments to our editorial department. Our email address is editorial@viradio.com. Please include your name and other contact information.